Hello, it is time for training and today's video is on system testing. System testing means testing the complete system with respect to the requirements. If you are a software developer, system testing is the last test you will do before handing over the system to the users for acceptance testing. If you are a tester, the bulk of your testing activities will happen in the system testing level. That is why system testing is very important. I've seen a lot of material on system testing on the internet, and a lot of it is incorrect, and there is a lot of confusion on the system testing topic. So let us see the system testing in detail. Now, if you look at the levels of testing, you will see that we have unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. If you're following the waterfall SDLC, the software development lifecycle, then these testing levels are conducted sequentially. If it is the agile software development lifecycle that you follow, then these testing levels can be in parallel for different parts of the software. So first of all, what is done is unit testing. Unit testing means testing the unit or the element of the software, and the developer tests the unit by writing unit tests on it to check for things like covering statement coverage, branch coverage, condition coverage, etc. Then the next level is the integration testing. Integration testing is when the developers combine the different tested units and see if their integration points are working correctly or not, whether they pass data from one unit to another and back correctly or not. System testing is done after integration testing is complete, and system testing involves testing the functional and the non-functional requirements. And once system testing is complete, acceptance testing is done either by the end users or people who represent the end users. Now, one thing to notice here is that unit testing and integration testing are white box testing, because unit testing and integration testing involves having a knowledge about the software internals. System testing and acceptance testing are a combination of black box testing and white box testing. Majority of the system testing and acceptance testing can be done in a black box fashion without knowing details about the internals, but there are some types of testing done in system testing like performance testing and security testing, which do require knowledge about the internal of the software. But overall, we can say that unit testing and integration testing are majorly white box testing, and system testing and acceptance testing are majorly black box testing. Now let us look at system testing from a different angle. Now, system testing involves testing of the requirements. There are two sets of requirements. One is the requirement specifications. Now, requirement specifications can be in the form of functional requirement specifications or user stories. Then there are system specifications. System specifications are the design specifications, so these exist in design documents. So in system testing, both these sets of requirements have to be tested. Now, the requirements specifications basically indicate what is the behavior, expected behavior of the system, and the system specifications indicate what is the design of the system. So both these things are tested in system testing. Another way to look at system testing is the types of testing that can be done within the system testing level. So first of all is the sanity testing. Sanity testing means testing whether the system provided to the tester for testing is basically correct or not. So if it works correctly at a higher level or not, that means it is possible to maybe log into the system after starting the application, go through the major functionality. So that is the sanity testing. Another type of testing in system testing is the installation testing. Installation testing involves deploying the system onto the test environment, or it can be just deploying the system on one of the different possible test environments. Then a major type of testing within system testing is the functional testing. Functional testing can be either scripted or exploratory. Scripted functional testing means using pre-written test cases and executing those pre-written test cases. Exploratory functional testing is working without the pre-written test cases. So the tester goes about designing the tests on the fly and executing them to find out the defects. Then another type of testing in the system testing is the security testing. Security testing is testing for vulnerabilities or some security issues, security defects within the system. Then usability testing. Usability testing means how usable the system is from the point of view of a new user who is not having prior experience with the system. How easy and efficient it is for a user to work with the system. And then there can be accessibility testing. Accessibility testing means testing on behalf of users who have some disabilities, whether they have some sight disability or they have some hearing disability. So that is the accessibility testing. Performance testing is also done within system testing, and performance testing means testing for system performance qualities like response time, throughput, concurrent users that the system can support at any one time. And then there is regression testing. Regression testing means that testing that there is no regression in the system. Whatever functionalities were working previously continue to work. Whatever bugs were closed in the past continue to be closed. And if you see that this is the general order of the testing activities in the system testing. So first of all, when the system is provided to the testers for testing, first of all they do the sanity testing to test whether the system should be tested further or not. If it passes the sanity testing, then installation testing is done to see if the system installs correctly or not. Then there is functional testing to test for all the functional requirements. Then there can be security testing to test that the data is secure, private, and so on. Then there is the usability testing, testing it from ease of use and efficient use point of view. Then performance testing to test for fast response, high throughput, and being able to support the required number of users. And finally the regression testing is done. Overall, in system testing we have to cover all these types of relevant testing that is required in the system. And overall the activities are, first of all, you create the system test plan, then you create the system test cases, create the required test data, execute the system test cases, and report defects and test progress. So this is an overview of system testing. So I hope you understood mainly what system testing really is, and you were exposed to different important information about system testing. Thank you very much.